All right, I think we are live. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Hopefully, you can hear me well enough. I'm going to try to adjust the mic and the cushion. Still getting used to some of these lives like this, but I would like to go over some information on real estate. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to be talking about owning real estate and what that can do for you. So, out of your property, owning real estate is a great way to create monthly income. If you're handy, you have a better chance of flipping properties and making a profit when you do this. Now, renting out your property can also be a great way to make money each month. However, you should be sure to research tenants and their payment histories. This is pretty important for you as you're in your real estate ventures to make sure that you have good tenants that are going to provide a great service. And before we go any further, we're going to take a quick break. Hello, pretty. I'm recording. For those of you that have kids, you may hear mine in the background, but let's go ahead and continue either way.
Yes.
And I'm just checking out our sound.
Perfect.
All right. So when you're choosing investments and other types of advantages, you want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence to do a great deal of research. You must consider compliance, legality, tax implications before making a decision. In addition, remember that an entity may be structured differently for different purposes, which is something you should consider carefully. If you have large amounts of money to invest in real estate, you may want to establish a liability company. This is called an LLC. The type of business entity offers tax advantages of a partnership while providing the liability protection of a corporation. Depending on your investment objections, LLCs are best for investors looking for long term rental income and capital appreciation. Okay, let's talk about some of the tax benefits. Now, there are many tax benefits when owning rental properties, including tax benefits that come from providing housing. These are pretty popular in the United States, at least. Now, real estate investments also are a great source of capital and growth deductions. Depending on how you're involved, you are in a rental property. If you are in a rental property, you can deduct the cost of owning, maintaining, and operating it. Let's go ahead and continue. The tax benefits of owning real estate are significant. Now, this is very universal across the board. However, you can continue to diversify your portfolio and create residual income through a different amount of means. However, it's important to understand that there are different factors that should be considered before you decide to buy real estate property for tax benefits. So, rental property owners can deduct the cost of mortgage interest, property taxes, utilities, and repair costs. In addition, the sale of investment properties can trigger depreciation, recapture, and capital gains. Remember, depreciation is different from appreciation when it comes to the housing market. To avoid these taxes, you can use a 1031 exchange. The exchange program allows you to exchange your investment property for another investment property in the same type. Another benefit of renting your rental property is that you can earn passive income by renting it out. Now, depending on the type of rental property, your income from your rental property will be taxed at your investor's federal income tax bracket. So, if you have a rental property and the cash flow is available, this will allow you to invest more money into real estate. Real estate also tends to appreciate in value. In many cases, real estate investors sell their properties for more than they originally paid for them. Typically, this is done over a period of several years. So, if you hold a property for a year or more, you'll be able to recoup the difference in capital gains tax. Another advantage to investing in real estate is tax breaks. You can obtain when you trade your property some of these tax breaks. The IRS has created a program called the 1031 exchange. This allows real estate investors to swap investment properties for like kind ones in order to avoid capital gains and depreciation recapture. Now, passing down a legacy. There are several different ways to leave real estate to your heirs. Some methods involve creating a trust, establishing a will, or simply designating beneficiaries. Others involve dividing up your property into separate portions. Either way, there is a need for flexible planning on the strategy. An experienced planning professional will help you determine the best option. So, if you are confused about that, please look for any professionals. I would suggest someone local,
Yes.
someone that can really help you so that you don't fall into a problem.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You don't want someone to sweet talk you and run you into problems all the while they are thinking, and you walk away feeling pretty
Stupid.
So hopefully you can really do a good job to invest in a company or someone who can be very helpful, or you will be soon feeling
Oh man.
pretty down about it. So hopefully you do a good job to find the right potential. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Now we're talking about cashing out your portfolios for short-term gains. Now there's different ways to do this with a legacy, meaning you and your family. Now, if you want to leave a lasting legacy, you need to use your wealth in a way that will benefit your heirs, of course. Now, legacy trust, also known as a wealth trust, allows you to preserve your assets in the hands of your children and grandchildren. It works like a secondary estate and protects your assets. Now, this type of trust will help your heirs understand what they will inherit. So, these are typical fashionable ways that you can utilize real estate to really help you out in the terms of leaving a legacy behind for your family, finding ways to get tax incentives so that you don't pay the tax for capital gains and or for depreciation. Also remember that appreciation and depreciation have two different meanings when it comes to real estate. If needed, we can make a video on each one of those or a comparison. So that would be something that I would love to hear your thoughts on in the comments. So if that is something you're looking forward to, go ahead and leave a question in the comments or a post about that, and we will address it because we do read just about all the comments. We won't leave you hanging.
Nope.
We're going to do our best to try to help you out with that. So ideally, when you look into real estate, you're going to be looking at more of a long-term gain in most situations, unless you know what you're doing. As we talked about in the beginning of the video, flipping is a pretty good way to break in. It's got some uses. It's relatively easy, doesn't require a completely thorough amount of knowledge, but you're going to need some level of skill. So, if this is your first rodeo with flipping, my suggestions would be to find someone who's done it before, a professional, and try to maximize the ability to learn from them, or at least partner up with them on a few flips, if not more, so that you can learn the ropes and potentially be adapt and able to do the process by yourself. So that would be my recommendation to you when it comes to flipping. There's also the Burr method, which is going to be buy, rehab, rent. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. So that's another great option when it comes to real estate. And again, if you would like a video on that, we can make a video on that. So in the comment section, this would be great if you could put that information in. That way we can have a thorough understanding of what you're looking for when it comes to owning real estate. But these fundamental explanations can be really helpful to get you started and help you try to understand what you're getting yourself into. So I hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. This has been a pretty interesting and fun live. I'm going to make sure that everything comes out as smooth as possible. If these lives are working for you, go ahead and leave a comment about that too. And make sure you subscribe. We will see you soon. Be well.